Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fortified Tech's Battery Wars. In this corner, weighing it. No, I'm not going to announce it like a WWE announcer. But anyway, we are talking about batteries today. First off, there is all of the details in this video are on our Buy Me a Coffee website. If you're a member, any of the membership levels get access to the full math and the information that are going to be presented in this video in detail. So if you're looking for the written copies and what we actually decided, go buy a membership, take a look there. I mean, again, I am not here looking for a handout, and don't even get me started on those that ask me if I'm a scam, because it doesn't matter what I told you, you probably wouldn't agree with me anyway. But like I said, I'm here to share. I want this to be a community project where we get feedback from you guys watching these videos, actually build this into something that we can release to the world as something that could be, you know, a cost-effective project for people to be able to use. So again, if you can support us there, great. If you just want to watch the video and learn what we did, great, that's great too. So first off, contender number one, Ryobi. Now, Ryobi is a battery that I have. It's a power tools that I have, and I have the 18 amp version, and this particular battery is 4 amp hours. I'll talk about volts and amp hours later in the video. But a reason why I didn't use this battery, there's a couple reasons. One is the voltages that this battery comes available in is 18 volts or 40 volts. Now, the drive motor that we're going to use in this project, and the reason we're building this project, is to more so to be able to have a working minimum viable product that actually showcases our software and our module design more than it is to build an EV. But in order to get that, our drive motor that we've selected, that I'll talk about in a later video, is 100 volts is what it needs as far as voltage. Now, voltage is what's going to make it, how fast to make it spins, right? It's the punch. And again, electrical people, don't shoot me for my explanations. But this has 18 volts and the other one has 40. And if we're going to make 100 volts, we have to connect batteries in series. Connect the negative to the positive of each battery in a loop, or I mean a string, to be able to make up that voltage. Because if you put them in series, you get to add the voltages together. So doing that with Ryobi was a little bit difficult. So the two contenders we really want to talk about today are the two that we believe have the best potential with the research that we've done, and think that there could be a good fit. But actually, we do have an overall winner, and I'll tell you why at the end. So the first contender out of the two that we did the research on is the DeWalt 20 volt, 60 volt FlexVolt battery. This is the actual brand name batteries that we've been researching. So again, I don't have this battery. This is a a cardboard cutout, but here's the good and the bad of this battery. The good of it is cost per battery lower than our other contender we're going to talk about. The bad is this is a 9 amp hour battery, and when you go up to 60 volts, that 9 amp hours is only at 20 volts. If you go to 60 volts, it actually only gets a third of that, because this is 3 times the voltage, so you have to cut this number in a third. So you only get 3 amp hours. Now, amp hours, why that matters is that's the stored energy. So that's how long we're going to be able to actually run this drive motor, is based on how much of that voltage we have there, right? So with this one, to get the amount of stored energy we need to run that motor long enough to be able to get, you know, at least some runtime out of it before that generator has to kick in, we need 16 of these. And again, the details of the math are on our membership area. But we found another battery option, and it's a much better option to me. The Ego 56 volt battery. Now, the Ego 56 volt battery, I didn't have one of these up until Christmas. The one I have, though, is only 2.5 amp hours. What I really want, if you'll see in this picture here, you can't probably see it that well, is the 12 amp hour battery. Now, unlike the DeWalt, this is a single voltage battery. So that 12 amp hours is actually at 56 volt. So if we hook 2 of these batteries in series, we'll get the 100 volts we need for the drive motor, and to get the amp hours or that storage of power that we need, we only need 4 of these batteries versus 16 of these ones. Now, one of the things we're trying to do in this project, excuse me, is we're trying to make this so that you can actually take the batteries out and charge them inside your house. Now, in some places you might not want to do that, but in the cold Canadian winters, also having cold batteries is not the best of ideas. So I really would not want to be carrying 16 of these versus having to carry 4 of these. And you can get a nice little carrier for these that works very good with 4 batteries. So the other thing is cost. These batteries, to buy a set of 4, is roughly about, let's call it $3,000 Canadian. And then we got our electrical mounting hardware and so on. So it works out to about $1,000 Canadian a battery, give or take, to hook one of these into our system. These guys cost me $260 Canadian plus the electrical hardware. So let's call it, you know, I guess I added another couple $100 a battery. But for argument's sake, let's say it's maybe a little bit lower cost, but on the electrical side. But if it's $350 a battery, and we need 16 of these, it's a considerable more cost for these than it is for these. But like I said, you know, take a look at our battery math. We welcome your comments. You're also welcome to comment on this video. What do you think? Do you think using tool batteries is crazy? Because to me, it's, one, it puts it in the hand of the do-it-yourselfer. 2, it also doesn't cost us a $20,000 battery pack or what it would cost to go scavenge from a Tesla in a wrecker's yard. You know, it really puts this project within reach. But do I have these batteries today? Well, like I said, I got a smaller version of this amp hour, like amp hours wise, not big enough for what we need for the project. I don't have any of these. So that's why I've also said, you know, we need to get some money together. And whether we get people support us by memberships, which I think would be really great if you guys would support us. You guys have already said, you know, with your great growing number of subscribers we've had, that you're really interested to see where this project is going. But hey, if you're not comfortable supporting us, no problem. One way or another, I'm going to figure out a way to do this. I just think that it would be much more fun if we had our community involved, right? So with that being said, in our opinion, DeWalt loses. Ego wins. It's going to be the basis of our project. Behind me in my little workbench here, you can't really see a lot, but I've got the one of the new processor boards I'm just working with. I'm using a development board because I'm a software engineer. I'm not really a computer electronics engineer. I've done some embedded development before in my past, but I had people that designed the electronics for me. All I had to do was write the software. So forgive me for those of you that think I should have just had a board designed and had it done that way. I'm also using this as a way for me to get back comfortable with electronics again, because it's been many years since I've worked in that side. And also just kind of maybe have some aha moments when I'm going through things of, oh, maybe this is a good idea from the display's perspective and so on. So, but like I said, we're going to profile those in a future video when we get a little further down the path, start talking about how we're going to work through the design. We're also going to talk more about that drive motor, like I said, the one that we found that fits this project so far and how we think it's going to fit. And then we're also going to talk about that generator, how this control board is going to be able to control all those pieces coming together. Like when the batteries get low enough, how to make sure that they get recharged. So subscribe if you want to watch the whole journey to see how we put this thing together with these batteries, as well as the processors we got, the drive motors, everything. We're still working on solidifying the project car because my Corolla is my daily driver and I still haven't found either a new daily driver that I can afford or another project car to replace it. But we're still working on that. If you want to follow us along, you want these components, you want our philosophies, check out our membership levels on the Buy Me a Coffee website. You can see what level you can participate at. And like I said, there are some founding memberships based on the price of these batteries. We're going to allow 10 people in at a founding level where you get a membership for life. and also have some key input one-on-one with us for the design. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe, buy us a coffee, but nothing else. We'll see you at the next one.